Yorkshire-based MSR Media is about to shoot 2 films on Nevis in the Eastern Caribbean in what the Nevis Island administration indicated would be of significant benefit to the island's economy. One of the films will be a Brad Watson-directed comedy called 1 Year Off. Watson is noted for directing the film Miss Willoughby and the Haunted Bookshop. Premier Mark Brantley made the announcement at his January press conference.
1 Year Off is the first film announced under a 2-picture production deal that MSR Media has negotiated with my government. Stringent COVID-19 guidelines have helped Nevis become a COVID-safe zone. A cast and crew of about 50 people have already started to arrive in Nevis under strict COVID protocols. I want to make that very clear, that there has been no relaxation of our COVID protocols. And so everyone coming in, cast and crew for these movies, will have to do the 14-day quarantine, have to do the testing that everyone else has to go through. So we have not asked for any special favors, and we explained to Mr. Martinez and his team that they would be required to adhere to the same standards as anyone else. They agreed, and I'm very pleased that he's here and others have already started to arrive. I think by my last count, we had over 20 persons who had already arrived, including some of the stars. You will hear who the stars are in the fullness of time, no doubt. But they're here, and they will be here, I'm advised, until around about the middle of May. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that this is a very significant development for the island of Nevis. It is significant because it is the first time that we will have a feature film being produced on the island. It is the first time that we have not 1 but 2 feature films that we have partnered and negotiated to happen here. I'm advised that they will need about 30 employees locally during the production phase. Of course, technical and other people will no doubt be taken on board. And what I'm hopeful is that through the academy that they would wish to set up, we will have some important skills transfer. That is going to be critical, so that if we can develop this industry as we hope to, that over time, fewer and fewer people will have to be brought into the island. But on this occasion, for the first time, we have some 50 or so persons who have been brought in. And if you could imagine 50 persons on the island staying for roughly 3 months, 3.5 months, that too is significant for us. The media and the exposure for Nevis from this, I think, could be a game changer. And the fact that people internationally will now see Nevis as a film destination is for us a very important coup.
According to the Premier, this is one of several avenues that the NIA will pursue to strengthen the economy of Nevis. Glenn Bart, Skn Newsline.
Legendary actress Cicely Tyson has passed away at the age of 96 years old on Thursday. Miss Tyson, whose parents were from Gingerland, Nevis, was born in Harlem, New York in 1924 to Frederica Huggins Tyson and Williams Augustine Tyson. On Friday, Premier Mark Brantley expressed sympathy and condolences to the family of Miss Tyson and recounted a moment he met her backstage on Broadway in New York, having represented her as lawyer some years ago. At the time, she played the lead role in The Trip to Bountiful, from which she won the Tony Award for Best Actress, he said. I remember fondly on that trip that she spoke to me using Nevisian dialect, which she must have learned from her parents. Miss Tyson was a class act. Her career was truly legendary. Her life inspired many. I extend deepest condolences to her family. May she rest in eternal peace, he said. A pioneering Hollywood actress, Miss Tyson visited Nevis in 1983 and 2004. Former Prime Minister and the Federation's only living national hero, Dr. the Right Excellent Sir Kennedy Simmons, also paid a tribute to Miss Tyson in a Facebook post on Friday. He said he was saddened to hear of the passing of the legendary and iconic Hollywood actress and reminisced that she was a very special guest of the St. Kitts and Nevis government at the Federation's independence celebrations in 1983. In 1989, she returned to the Federation, this time with Reverend Jesse Jackson, in the aftermath of Hurricane Hugo. He said she was proud of her heritage. Rest in peace, Cicely Tyson. You've done well. You've done us proud, he added. In one of her final interviews, Miss Tyson spoke of her career and personal life in this CBS report.
Whenever I'm offered a script, what I'm interested in when I get it is why me? Who was that character and why did they want me to play it? And when I get to the point where I feel like her skin has fitted my arm or my mind, then I know there's something about her.
As a little girl, what were your dreams?
I was a very shy child. If you got 15 minutes of words out of me, you got plenty. I was a thinker. I sucked this finger until I was 12 years old. That's why I have these buck teeth.
Born in 1924 to West Indian parents, Cicely Tyson recounts her extraordinary life in her new memoir, Just As I Am.
I am an observer of human nature and the dreamer of audacious dreams.
The journey to stardom was not an easy one for Tyson, who became pregnant when she was 17 and had a short marriage that lasted just over 2 years. Tyson began her acting career as a single mother, a choice that brought conflict at home. Weren't you surprised, Cicely, that your mother actually kicked you out of the house because you wanted to be an actress?
Yes. Oh, she told me I couldn't live there and do that. Suddenly I found something that I loved to do, and I had a child to support.
So you weren't thinking, when I grow up, I want to be an actress?
No.
Andre Huey, Skn Newsline.
Diversifying the Nevis economy in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic will be essential as the NIA moves to stabilize the economy. As global tourism remains suppressed in the COVID-19 pandemic, agriculture, construction, and small business incentives are critical going forward, explained Premier Mark Brantley. Speaking at his monthly press conference on 28th of January 2021, Premier Brantley said several millions of dollars are being made available for women and young men to pursue business in a wide range of sectors.
And I speak again of our development of the small business sector, of some $5 million that we've made available for women and for youth, men below the age of 35. We have capped the borrowing at $100,000, but that is because we're trying to get it spread as wide as we can get it spread. So the idea behind that is really to stimulate the small business sector and to encourage our people to go into business for themselves. A lot of our people have good ideas, but nobody has ever invested in them. And the banks are not prepared to invest in them, either because they're too small or because they don't have the necessary collateral. And so this was intended to allow those people, particularly women and young men, an opportunity to start their own business. So we have various things that we're seeking to do. We have incentivized the construction industry because we think, again, construction provides an opportunity for us to generate meaningful employment in the local economy. We have done things like incentivizing the real estate market, waiving alien landholder license fees, for example, to assist in moving some of the properties that we've had for some time off the books. And I'm told the feedback we've had is that that too seems to be working.
Premier Brantley said the NIA will continue to explore various avenues to strengthen the Nevis economy in the current global economic environment. Then back to Skn Newsline.
The Emergence and Affirmation Summit, a motivational summit that will inspire you to greatness, presented by Vikish Pickering of V Creation, Sunday, January 31st at 3 p.m. at the Kuna Caribbean Conference Center. All attendees will receive affirmations and exercises for the next month that ends with a follow-up. Tickets $100. Dress code fierce and fabulous. For more information, call 765-6798 or visit www.vcreation-inspire.com. It's the Emergence and Affirmation Summit, January 31st at 3 p.m. at the Kuna Caribbean Conference Center. Come and unleash with Vikish.
For 2021, Smart Electronics is giving you the best deals you can ever imagine. From January 1st until April 30th, you will get the best deals in the entire federation. Plus, that's not all. Get extra special deals on Valentine's Day on all items store-wide, such as cell phones, 85 inches smart TVs, laptops, washing machines, refrigerators, AC units, small appliances, and much more. Visit us. We're located at Port Zante, opposite the food court, or call us at 466-4271. This promotion is valid until April 30th. Terms and conditions apply.
Caribana on Liverpool Row is your anything you want store in St. Kitts. They have a wide variety of just about everything. Ladies and men's clothing, shoes, children's clothing, toys, housewares of all kinds, small appliances like clothes heaters, microwaves, electric kettles and more, cosmetics, perfumes, cosmetic jewelry and much, much more. Their prices are unbeatable and customer service is second to none. Shop at Caribana on Liverpool Row Bastair. Call 465-1745. At Caribana, find value supplies at great prices.
I feel good.
Come to Vibes Beach Bar and Grill at the Frigate Bay Strip, your place for the best selection of local dishes. Join us for lunch. Mahi-mahi, barbecue ribs, fresh caught snapper, salmon, lobster, and our world-famous Vibes wings at economically sound prices. Dinner is served from the deck or the golden sands of the Frigate Bay Beach. Join us for birthdays, business meetings, or just for fun in a family-friendly environment. Open daily from 11 a.m. Vibes Beach Bar and Grill. Great food, hospitality, entertainment, and good vibes. Call 465-8423 for reservations and inquiries.
I feel good.
To complaints now from a St. Thomas community that's been placed under a 14-day quarantine because of a spike in COVID cases. TVJ News visited Golden Valley, close to White Horses, where residents say stigma could spread the virus even more. Krista Campbell explains.
COVID in the community and the one river, everybody have forgot it. So the whole district got broke out in a COVID.
Hyacinth, a resident of Golden Valley, St. Thomas, which has been placed under quarantine for 14 days. Among the residents' concerns is the issue of access to water, which they say is now compounded by stigma because of the quarantine order. And as with every other quarantined community, they say the care packages are inadequate.
10 mackerel, no soap, no tissue, no nothing, just some food items, and said we should not leave our house. The taxis, it's not carrying us either.
This then come one time, come get next door, and then don't get the rest of people them. I asked for my care package 5 days now. I tell you I know have no water, no mask. Water truck come and then discriminate, say they're not giving me any water. Me not have COVID, me just carry somebody then say we have COVID, and me treat it like a thief, criminal, 14 days without paying, nothing at all.
Councillor for the Seaforth Division, Joanne Spencer, says she's trying to get food packages to the area. But in the meantime, she's calling for urgent attention from social development agencies.
If they have to go to the shop to get food, they would have to travel to Whitehall, and then they would have to travel to Seaforth. And that would be inadequate. They would have to go out every day because there are only small shops in Whitehall.
7 residents are in isolation.
Two COVID patients here, both of them have babies. And then take the baby, the 2 baby them and the mother gone to COVID place. But I don't understand what is happening because the baby then don't have the virus. So what will happen to the baby them when they carry them over there? And come back in the community. What will happen to the baby them? Then I go pick up the virus?
Residents say a 90-year-old man confirmed with the virus has been left unattended at home after his caregiver was taken away for quarantine in another area. TVJ News could not reach anyone from the Public Health Department in St. Thomas to respond to the residents' claims. In the meantime, a resident is suggesting that persons who have the space to isolate be allowed to do so and that the testing process be improved.
What they need to do is spend the money so people can get back the result earlier, 7 days before you get back your result. And if you don't know you're positive or whatever, or what those people have done within that 7 days.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Tributes have begun to pour in for Sandra Devines Millington, better known as Singing Sandra, following her passing early on Thursday morning. At 63 years old, Singing Sandra, who was a former 2-time Calypso monarch, leaves behind a legacy for many to emulate her footsteps. TDT News was told that she kept in touch with many young artists, motivating them at every step. Sunalala reports.
We lost an icon and a mother to all Calypsonians, you can say, even the younger ones who same age with her, because she corrects everyone. Everyone.
In 1957 in East Dry River, singing Sandra was born to a poor family and faced many hardships through her early teenage years. Her singing talent was evident from an early stage and may have been motivated by her grandmother, who was said to be the best singer in her village in Tobago. In her mid-20s, she was recruited to Mighty Sparrow's Youth Brigade tent and won the National Calypso Queen competition in 1987. Calypso Monarch 2020 winner Terry Lyons says she was in constant contact with the woman she referred to as mother, but says the news came as a shock to her. Despite this, Ms. Lyons says singing Sandra would remain as an inspiration to her and many others.
And in the times of singing Sandra, she was telling us about the story where she had to fight, not physically, but being in an industry at the time it's still male populated, but back then it was worse. And you have to prove yourself as a woman.
Singing Sandra would be remembered as the second woman to win this country's Calypso Monarch title in 1999 with the songs Song for Healing and Voices from the Ghetto. In 2003, she won the competition for a second time, but was able to finish in third place in 2000 and in fifth place in 2001. Also sending condolences on her passing was Minister of Tourism Randall Mitchell. He says for decades, she not only entertained the nationals and international audiences with her many calypsos, but was seen as an educator via her songs. Mr. Mitchell adds that long before the Time's Up and Me Too movements took root, singing Sandra embraced the women's movement and provided women with a rallying call to die with their dignity. He believes singing Sandra made Trinidad and Tobago a richer nation by her involvement in calypso and inspiration to many others. Sonolala, TTT News.
Protesters gathered outside the offices of Skn Bioscience in Bangkok this week, accusing the government of being swayed by royal influence over its COVID-19 vaccine program. The company is owned by the king and now holds the exclusive contract to manufacture the Oxford AstraZeneca jab in Thailand, so far the only certified vaccine. That prompted the main opposition figure, who was banned from holding political office for 10 years by a court last year, to go public with what he saw as a flawed process.
Our question is whether this scheme gives too much benefit to one company or not.
A royal defamation complaint has been filed against Thanatorn for his criticism. But he's undeterred and says his concern is more than just possible collusion during contract negotiations. If anything were to go wrong with the vaccine manufacturing, the government's hands are tied.
You have legal immunity because the king is the head of the state. But as a vendor to the government contract, he is a shareholder of this company. And if things go wrong, the government cannot sue the owner of the company.
The Minister of Public Health says there's no room for politics when it comes to vaccines.
I fully believe and strongly believe that I have acquired the best, the most proper vaccine for Thai people. I will make sure that there will be no priority or privilege.
Skn Bioscience will ultimately manufacture the Oxford AstraZeneca jab for Thailand and the region, up to 200 million doses a year. It received $20 million in government funds to upgrade its facilities, part of a pandemic grant system. The jab will be free to all Thais and will run as a non-profit operation, but Skn Bioscience stands to substantially boost its revenue once the pandemic is over. Busy times at this Buddhist temple here in Bangkok's Chinatown as people come out to pray for good fortune ahead of the Lunar New Year. While recognizing the government's success in containing COVID-19, some are concerned about the vaccine rollout and the politics surrounding it.
I think that the vaccine plan is not clear. We still do not know if the vaccine is safe enough to use, and that's worrying some.
I don't know what the future holds.
I think that this is a very early phase and we won't find out the result of the vaccine immediately.
What the Year of the Ox will hold for the people of Thailand depends on controlling the virus and the success of its vaccine. And many people here praying for just that. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.
The elderly, especially those in long-term care homes, have been among the most vulnerable to COVID-19. A new report finds the number of nursing home deaths in New York may be much higher than the 8,700 state officials have recorded, by as much as 50%.
We have to make sense of this. We have to get the full truth, and we have to make sure it never, ever happens again. Nothing like this happens again. And we have to be honest about the numbers.
The state's attorney general faulted the Department of Health for not including in their tally nursing home residents who died after being moved to hospitals, or in the case of 88-year-old Norman Arbini, taken home.
Do our elected officials want to be courageous enough to admit a mistake and help people grieve? Put the people first that suffered the most, and let us start moving on.
Second hearing related to the impact of COVID-19 on nursing homes.
The report has reignited a controversy that prompted hearings over an order from Governor Andrew Cuomo, requiring nursing homes to accept patients who'd been discharged from hospitals, even if they might have the coronavirus.
Nursing homes, they are our top priority. They have been from day one.
A move the governor defended as necessary to keep hospital beds free, but later rescinded, saying it wasn't needed. The report acknowledges the policy may have contributed to more deaths, but also cites a lack of infection controls in nursing homes, as well as low staffing levels and underreporting, which some say are the bigger issues.
The report is obviously devastating and heartbreaking, but unfortunately it also, I think, sheds a light on what we've known for throughout the pandemic and what we were really trying to call attention to at the very beginning, is that poor staffing, poor infection control protocols.
The governor has yet to respond to the findings, but his health commissioner argues the state has been transparent. While the total number of fatalities is unchanged, the higher death count in nursing homes undermines claims by the governor that New York has been better than other states when it comes to protecting the elderly. Kristen Salumi, Al Jazeera, New York.
Stay abreast with news on St. Martin with SMN News. Visit www.smn-news.com for up-to-date news, scoops, opinions, and hard-hitting facts. SMN News, we tell it like it is. Visit our website www.smn-news.com.
It's the new and improved Skn Newsline Android mobile app. With the Skn Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the Skn Newsline Newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search Skn Newsline, and download the app today. The Skn Newsline mobile app. News on the go. For the finest in pastries and baked products, your only choice has to be Bryden's Bakery, located on Main Street, New Road, St. Peters. They offer the best in breads, cakes, cheesecakes, cupcakes, cookies, and much more. Visit their cafe and savor breakfast sandwiches, coffee, espresso, and ice cream. Bryden's Bakery also specializes in a variety of healthy breads, cakes, cookies, pies, and pastries for all your special events. Call 667-1505. Opening hours 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays for Ice Cream Sundays. Bryden's Bakery, simply the best.
Banners, commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multi-Graphics.
On behalf of management and staff of Auto Plus, we want to wish you a Happy New Year and a prosperous 2021.
Located on the College Street Gut, Bastille St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastille St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one.